In a world where Cogs are taking over Toontown and you have infinite gags, you, with your 137 level laugh points, band up with the boys, and you guys take on the mayor of Cogtown.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just not it. No.
Toontown Online by Disney, where you'd get things in the mail, including ominous questions asking, are you Toon enough? I am Toon enough. I was Toon enough. And I'm still Toontastic, my friends. You'd load up on pies and squirt guns, take it out onto the streets, where you'd find cash bots, sellbots, and boss bots. You'd battle along with friends in seemingly unending quests, and your friends would always choose the better gag track. Except for Jared. Personally, I always went drop instead of sound, but that's just... I'm sorry, Jared. This game was high stakes and fast paced. You might even get abandoned if you got on the wrong elevator for the building. Who knows what could have happened? Toontown was special because unlike other MMOs, you could just join in the fight at any level, which often probably would not be the best idea because you would be level 16 and the other people would be level 100. Not that I have any experience with that, I promise. But on the off chance you actually did it, you would be rewarded with one of the most iconic things in the game, changing the building. And I think that something rare in this game happened where if you did happen to save the day, you got to see exactly who did it. This game was truly one of a kind right from the character creation screen, where you got lots of options. You got to be a bunny, you got to be a mouse, you got to be a duck, you got to be a pig, but the best one was... But I digress, you small duck. Whatever you picked, you got to go into a world, and this world had a lot to offer, like my favorite thing. Goofy from Disney was one of my favorite characters, so when I learned that he had a racetrack, you bet I spent my days here leveling up my car, trying to get the best boosts and everything. Oh, it was amazing. But even on the racetrack, people are going to be throwing pies in your face if you don't look the part, brother. Toontown was interesting because you had clothing that didn't give you stats, but gave you cosmetics. And you had this shirt and that shirt, and you could change the colors of both. And these shorts and those shorts, and you could change the colors of both. And you could change the variations of colors with those 4 items. That was until you found out about the new catalog of Toontastic clothing, brought to you by Misty Kitten herself, and her friends bring you an all-new experience of brand new clothing, the likes of which you have never seen. You are going to stun as you walk down the street in your new threads. People are going to be envious as they see you. And after you picked up your new threads and became a little bit more secure with yourself enough to actually be friendly and social in this Toontown game, you could get on to the trolley and play some games. This was one of the most iconic things about this game, and it was entry level, you know, you got to play a bunch of different games, you got to do a bunch of different things, and it was all great. My favorite was the cannon game where you literally strapped yourself in to blow yourself out of a cannon onto a water tower. I missed it every single time. Every single time I missed it, I swear, I missed it every time. I'm not salty or anything. I'm just saying that they made this game a bit too hard. A bit too hard. It doesn't make sense. I'm just saying. But you would get your Jellybeans. And back in the day, this is where I thought the best way to get Jellybeans was, but it's actually fishing, which I did a little bit back in the day, but when I did fish and I caught a new species, I thought that I was like the best player in this game. I thought that I was catching new species in the entire, like nobody had ever found them before. I thought that I was the best player, okay? But this actually wasn't the best way to make Jellybeans. The best way to make Jellybeans was just to sit AFK. Who knew? All this time I've been putting all this work in, when in reality I could just be doing hood rat things with my friends, sitting in Donald's dreamland. But this is really what Toontown was all about, just being with a group of people. These old games like Club Penguin, World of Warcraft really were just about being online with your friends and doing cool things. I used to just sit in the playgrounds and look at other Toons, check out their laugh points, check out their gag tracks, and see how much they progressed in the game. It was always very interesting to me. And when you finally made a friend that took you to their house and you got to play with their doodle, well, that was just a magical thing, wasn't it? Thank you for watching. If you played Toontown, let me know by subscribing or commenting below. If you like nostalgia, check out my other videos about World of Warcraft or Jak and Daxter.